Hey, welcome back to Hillbilly, Hippie, Honeybees. This is Clint Baker, and so just want to talk to you real quick about something fascinating that's happened the past few days that a lot of people have been asking questions about, and that is some swarms. So if you follow my wife or me on Facebook, in our backyard yesterday we had a little cluster of bees, and this is August the 24th today, right now. All right, so that would have been on the 23rd that up there in that tree right up yonder, as a matter of fact, you can still see the, I don't know if you can, but you can still possibly see the ladder out there that has the nuke on top of it that we caught a small swarm. It's probably a little bit bigger than my fist, trying to please her. And so, or we probably would have let it fly. So then today, on the way home from work, I thought, well, I'm gonna stop in the teaching yard. All right, and so you're gonna see what I found there. And then I thought, well, I'm gonna come home and I'm going to look out back here and see what's going on out here, just feeding them, those types of things. And I opened up a 3-frame nuke that we have out there, and wait till you see what was in there. So I'm going to show you all that, and then I'm going to talk to you about why swarms are happening so late. What are some reasons on why the swarms could be happening so late? That way you'll know. But just want you to look at what's going on here. Just kind of some fun stuff going on in late August. And I know there's going to be questions on why are they doing it. So at the end of the video, after you see everything that's going on, I will explain that. There's about 4 or 5 reasons why, but they're simple reasons. They're things that new beekeepers need to know. So be looking for some late season swarms. I know a lot of times saying is in July, August, whatever, let them fly, right? But there's some things I'll tell you that throughout the video that you can use these swarms for if needed. And then if you want to try to winter them over, depending on where you live at, you might be able to winter them over. So, but here in the state of West Virginia, it's going to be a rough one. But I'll tell you some things you can do with them. All right. So let's see what's going on, and then again at the end, I will tell you the reasons why these swarms are possibly happening. My glasses here.
All right, what are we doing?
We are going to try to get that little cluster of bees.
It's right there.
Even though I'm not a big fan of getting bees this late in the year, they are building an open air colony.
And why don't you explain what that means?
That means that they are building they're waxing everything right there on the tree limb. And usually the old saying is in July or after July, let them fly.
Well, then why aren't we letting them fly?
Well, we're going to, maybe if I can find the queen and stick her in this, and stick them down in here, and then I'll probably end up leaving this nuke set up here on this ladder for tonight.
Okay, what's a nuke?
A nuke is a small
Bee house?
Bee house, yeah, there you go. So we'll get up here.
And why don't we have on any bee equipment?
Well, because these are pretty calm bees.
Well, they are until you start messing with them.
So we're gonna see something here. Let's see if they'll do this.
Oh, now I'm gonna have ticks on me.
There she is.
Oh, she's in there?
Yep.
Yeah, I really don't want to climb up there.
See her right there? See the leaf? See the leaf? She's right beside the leaf.
Right here?
Yep. She's not fattened yet.
Is she a baby?
No, she's probably,
Is she old and dying?
well, we won't know.
Well, don't mess around so she flies away. All right, now you got them all stirred up. It's too dark up in there.
Now the reason why they're up here is because her scent is up here. Get back.
So are you going to leave that up there so they can get in?
Yes, so I'm going to turn this around with the hole facing out.
And close the top
I'm just going to close the top.
so they can get in and find their queen.
We will see. I'm going to do this a little bit too.
So how come you don't just reach up there and get them? Oh, well, I guess you are. Are there doves in that nest?
No.
There's a dove's nest right above his hand right there where the bees were. Ugh. If I have ticks on me, I'm going to choke you.
Now, I'm going to take a bit of this limb
Why?
and I'm going to put
Oh,
under this
in
to give them a gap so they got more area to go in and out of.
okay. Are we done?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
we'll see what happens.
Well, there you have it, folks. Honeybee catching in the backyard.
The easiest way to catch a swarm. Just stick some brood comb down in front of them and let them start walking on. Eventually they'll get on there. As you can tell, they're just walking right on. A lot of late swarms this year. So I caught the queen, put her in a cage, put her down in the 2-frame nuke, and all the bees are starting to go in there. Worst case scenario is this. Worst case scenario, they don't make it through the winter. So, but with this being a swarm catch, and she's a pretty nice size looking queen, if while we're going through our bees here within the next few weeks, and we happen to see a queen that maybe is like really bad off or like not a good queen at all, or maybe we've had a late swarm, we can take this little swarm we caught and introduce her and these bees into that colony. So this is why you're always on the watch for these things. And I know it's probably out of one of these here in the thing. I went through the two that I thought it might be, and it's both of them, the queens are in there. So, and I know it's not the purple one. She's as dark as the night sky. So the only other one I would think it might be is either the yellow one over there or the one here in the corner. But we'll see what happens. Oh, there goes a monarch. So again, even I know they say in the July, let them fly, and then later on same thing, but this could end up being a save for us at the end of the day. So give what God gives you and use it. And then worst case scenario, we don't need her. We'll try to winter her through. If she doesn't make it, she doesn't make it, but she's got a better chance here than she does out there someplace. So, because we can feed her and help her through. So we'll leave these here for the night. I'll come back and get her tomorrow. So on top of that ladder right there, you may remember that my wife and I put a small swarm in that little 2-frame nuke there. And I'm not sure what's going on up there. I didn't get in today because I ran into that other swarm at the other one. But I want to take you out here and show you something real quick. And this is why you gotta be, even August, September, you gotta be looking for stuff, because 3 tiny swarms. We had an empty nuke box sitting, just a little 3-framer sitting on top of here, just because we didn't have any place to put it. And so I opened it up. There's a swarm in there, and they've been in there for about a week or so because they've already got comb built out to right about here. So I don't have time to deal with it this evening, but I'm going to look in there and see. So 3 swarms in 2 days. 3 little small swarms in 2 days. These are things that you can, if you need an extra queen, here's how you can get one. And be looking for these small swarms. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you 3 swarms in 2 days. I'm sure they're out of these. So I've actually went down these here, and everything looks fine there. I've got to go through these over here and see what they look like. But and I had to move some things around. You can see there's some chaos out here right now. But these 2 that are facing towards me were actually sitting over here on stands. I put them back there on the main stands, and I'm gonna start getting this yard ready for winter. Just shove them all down, feed them real good, and get them ready for winter. So there you go, guys. 3 small swarms. I'd say the biggest one was probably 2 pounds, if that. But the queens are in there, so we'll be able to, if we can't get them going to where we can get them ready for if we don't need them anywhere else, maybe we'll put them in a queen castle and try to winter them over just like that. So you saw what happened there. We had 3 swarms. One's already moved in and then started building combs. So I will get into that and figure it out tomorrow. I'll have to do a little bit of a cutout in it. Let's see. A handful of reasons why this will happen in late August and even into September is, your colonies are still a little crowded, and sometimes we've found that like we try to sometimes push them down into single deeps. Sometimes that throws off a good swarm happening. But as I told you throughout finding them, there's some things you can do. You can use those for if you've got maybe a colony that the queen has flown the coop or what have you. But those are emergency queens. They aren't going to be something that you're going to carry through in the next year. Maybe in the spring requeen them again. But a new queen may have been raised a little earlier, and then finally she ends up getting mated, and maybe this is just a secondary swarm that's happened with maybe 2 queens that was raised in there earlier, and they're just now swarming, or maybe you're just now seeing them. Queen problems can trigger swarming activities as well, so there may be something wrong with that queen. Okay, the only way you're going to know is try to either, if you choose to try to keep it, you'll find out real quick. All right. Weather and nectar availability can cause this. Okay. A late summer nectar flow can give a colony enough resources to where they think, hey, we can swarm. I don't think that was the case of these right here. Possibly, but I don't think so. And even not enough nectar can sometimes make them go screwy, and they can swarm out. And then there's also a thing that they talk about, the old timers used to talk about, called a false swarm. And this is an important one because large clusters hanging outside the hive, that can be considered, some people think, well, that's a swarm, and it's not. All right, it's bearded outside, but it could, it could be that as well. But these weren't like that, as you saw. One was on a post outside of our teaching yard. One was in a tree right here where I'm sitting at, and then one was already moved into a 3-frame nuke out back. So within a matter, and the one out back, it was building comb, but it was only the past 3 to 5 days that they were in there, just by the looks of the comb. But and the one up in the tree here, it was actually building an open air colony as well. So they were already building. So in the past 3 to 5 days, that one down there that was on the post, as you saw, it wasn't building anything. But again, those are some reasons why. And if you have other reasons, please feel free to comment below other ideas on why they swarm in late July, August, and into September. All right, so anyway, that's what's fun going on here. We're just catching swarms. We didn't have many swarms. I guess we did a lot of good swarm control management in the beginning of the spring and all that, because we didn't have a lot of swarms, but now we're starting to see some small swarms popping up, and not all of them may be from our bees. Some may be from local bees that just smell our bee yards and move in a little closer. But because normally when they swarm like that, they move further away. But anyway, that's just a little thought process there. I'm a little scattered this evening, but it's been a long, fun evening. And so that's another thing. Enjoy your bees, all right? But again, if you got any comments, please comment down below. Tell us why you think that they swarm so late in the season like this. And that way you can help some of the new beekeepers, and even some of us old timers as well. So anyway, well, God bless you. And until next time, we'll see you.